Update 16 has added 2 new fruits into the game, and who would have expected that the shadow fruit would change the game so much? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Use code MAGIC when buying Robux, and today we are doing a tier list. That's right. Press like, subscribe, tier list time, because I'm gonna tell you right now, even though I'm in the noob village because, well, I'm working on another video, unlike most people who make tier lists, I own all of the fruits. I got the Robux, and I have tried all of the fruits. So people come to me and say, Ethan, I don't think you're right. I think dough is better or worse than you say it is. But you've never used dough, little Jimmy. I have dough. So I thought my unique perspective as somebody who owns all of the fruits might be interesting for you guys to watch. Of course, feel free to disagree whether you own the fruit or not. It's actually irrelevant. It's just a joke, alright? Tier list maker, or just tier maker for short. So we've got S, which is the worst. F is total pretty much garbage. D maybe has some niche uses. C is meh. B is meh. A is getting there pretty good. S is obviously the better of the fruits. And SS tier fruits are sort of like the fruits that completely stand out in the game. To be fair, if I was just talking about exploration, light would go up as SS. But we're talking about combat, PvP, exploration, you know, a couple of different things, not just one category. So we will go over each one. To get us started, the light fruit, the fruit I use the most, my favorite fruit, is the S tier. I'm a little bit biased. It probably could sit down in the A tier, but personally, I think it's an S tier fruit. People would say it's A tier because it's bad in PvP, and I will tell you that you, sir, are bad in PvP. Someone who is good with the light fruit in PvP is definitely an S tier. It's great for farming. It's great for exploration. I think it is an S tier fruit. Up next, disappointingly, I'm going to put the barrier fruit in C. I think awakened barrier could be awesome, but in my personal opinion, for whatever reason, their ideas, their concepts for the barrier attacks they just didn't really translate to PvP or to grinding. Could be cooler, but for now, it's just a little bit meh. Bomb fruit, obviously going down in F. Nobody uses it really unless they accidentally get it. Buddha, definitely an amazing fruit. Now that it has the awakened, it is easily our first SS tier fruit. 100% SS tier fruit. Okay, I've just gone around and I've shuffled a bunch of these fruits down here because I don't want all the good fruits to come up at once. Okay, up next, this is the chop fruit. Now, chop actually has some pretty niche PvP usage, so I'm going to throw it into C. It's not bad. Its effect of making it immune to swords is pretty awesome. Next, we have one of the newer fruits. Now, I have seen where people put this fruit, the Revive. Now, I don't think Revive is as high as other people. I don't know. Maybe it's just me personally, but I am going to put Revive into B. I've seen a lot of people say it's an A, but I'm going to throw it into B. Up next is Dark. Dark is easily, if Light is S, Dark or Awakened Dark is definitely an S tier as well. Rumble, I'm going into A. I don't think it's that great. Rumble is good because you awaken Rumble to unlock Pole version 2. I don't necessarily think Rumble is all that incredible on its own. Is this the spike fruit? Yeah, I think it is. That's going in F. Venom, easily going up in S. Venom is an amazing fruit. It is fun to use, and it's just really good. Next up, we got Sand, which I've written it down for me to put it into C, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like Sand needs work. I'm going to throw it into D, looking at it another time. I'm going to throw Phoenix up into B. Phoenix should be buffed and at least become an S tier. I still 100% think they should buff Phoenix. Door is absolutely amazing for traveling and so on. I'm throwing it up into the A tier. Awakened String also gonna go up into the A tier. Oh wait, we've also got Flame right after that, which I'm gonna... Awakened Flame is 100% going up into the A tier. Both of these are really, really cool and really fun to use once they're awakened. Their pre-awakened is kind of meh, but their awakened forms are really fun to PvP with. Gravity is up next, and this makes me sad, but I do think it belongs in B. It just doesn't get used, right? It's not good enough at anything to be used a lot. Please also buff Gravity. Control is up next. Now, Control is another one of these ones, just like Light, right? Just like with Light. If you're good with Control, it's definitely A. People think it's better than it is. People who don't actually have and have never really used Control think it's better than it is. It is hard to use. It is really hard to level it up. It's just an annoying fruit. If you like it and you learn to be good with it, it's definitely A. But for the majority of people, even the people who desperately want it but have never had it, it ends up being a B tier fruit. I know people are going to disagree with that one. That's perfectly fine. We're throwing Kilo into D. It's just not that useful, but it's also not as useless as these two. Shadow, easy one. Shadow is 100% up in double S. Don't even at me. You haven't used Shadow if you don't find it so fun that you wouldn't throw it up in double S. Shadow is 100% my favorite fruit right now, and it is just good at everything. Magma, definitely, especially now that it's awakened, S tier. Magma was nearly an S tier without awakening. Pour, also up in S tier. It can just, if you're good with Pour, there's no reason for you to really lose. I'm going to throw Love into B. This is a cool fruit. I'm very happily impressed with how they did the Love fruit. I think it's cool. It definitely doesn't have the damage or like the combo potential to be an A, S, or double S. Maybe. I mean, maybe there's somebody out there that's so good with Love that it's double S for them, but for me, it is a B. Next up is Dough. Gotta go into the double S. I mean, it's just, if you don't have Dough, get it. Dough is double S. It doesn't have to be awakened. It combos well. It's fun to use. Dough is double S. Don't at me. Diamond, surprisingly disappointed in the diamond fruit. I'm going to throw it into B. It's definitely like a cool idea, but it's not as good as I thought it was going to be, basically. Falcon, I'm throwing into C. Again, just like Diamond, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. Like, I don't know. Some fruits do not translate into the game well. That's all it is. Smoke, I'm throwing into D. It's just not good. Awakened Smoke could be up here. I think Awakened Smoke, when they add it, should be similar to how Dark, Magma, Flame, Light are all good for grinding. So Awakened Smoke maybe will be good in the future if we ever get it. But for now, it's going into D. Ice, I'm sure you guys can tell Ice is definitely up in S. It's just one of the go-to fruits. Spin Fruit, not as useless as these ones. I mean, it kind of is as useless as these. I'm going to throw it into D because I feel like there's a little bit of potential there. It's not as useless as Bomb and Spike, alright? Actually, honestly, if you think about it, the reason that Spin is not in F, it is in D, is because these two fruits, Bomb and Spiked, were developed at the beginning of the game when the developers couldn't make as much as they can make now. The only reason that Spin and probably Kilo are better is because the developers are now better at building fruits that work in the game rather than fruits that are just accurate to the anime. Up next is Rubber. I'm throwing Rubber into C. I feel bad for doing it. It could maybe be up in B. I'm really excited when we get Gear 3rd and 4th. That Rubber could be so good. Spring is going into D because again, it has some niche uses. Some people are good at Spring with Sword. That's fine. Each to their own, man. Dragon is another one of those weird fruits. So anyone with Dragon, with Mastery Up Dragon, whether they're a complete noob, is at least an A rank while using Dragon in PvP because it's idiot-proof. If you've got any semblance of skill and experience, it is definitely an S. Most people with Dragon are S. Some people who are really good with Dragon are double S. But personally, I think that most people are S. So I'm just going to put Dragon into the S tier because I don't think most people will never be good enough with Dragon to get it to double S. I think Dragon sits comfortably at S&a-half maybe. And then finally Quake. Obviously Awakened Quake is amazing. Let's throw that into S tier, no questions asked. Big waves make for S tier. Oh look, my Umbra meter appears to be full. Another cool thing about Shadow is I would really like to see more of this stuff where like certain fruits give you an aura. The only problem with the aura is it's like everybody knows that I use Shadow now. It kind of gives it away, right? But anyway, guys, like always, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like. Comment down below your opinions. I know some people are going to disagree with me, but that's perfectly fine. Let me know in the comment section down below if there are any changes you would make, and of course, which changes those are. Leave a like on the vid, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications, and of course, use code MAGIC when buying Robux to directly support me and kind of help me do more giveaways on Twitter, TikTok, giveaways in the community channel section of this channel, and to buy more Robux. Follow me on Twitter, check out my TikTok. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.